Okay, hi Luke. So tomorrow we make the short trip up to Dagenham and Redbridge. I'll just quickly reflect on Saturday. Have you had a chance to watch that game back? And if so, what are your final reflections on the game?
Watching it back, as I felt on the day, I thought it was two good sides having a great game, going toe to toe. I felt we asked them questions and they asked us questions. I think on reflection, the draw was a fair result. I thought some of the bits we done was very pleasing. I keep saying it, we're a new team. As much as we've been together as a nucleus for a long time, I think it's up to 12 new bodies in the building from the summer. And we're slowly starting to see the work play out. And that's the pleasing thing. We need to continue to build on them performances, keep working hard on the training ground and try and improve game by game.
Yeah, well, as you've mentioned, it is a new team and you've started both last few games extremely fast, especially first half looking very dominant. Is that something that you've tried to implement in the squad?
We need to. Getting the first goal in this division is massive. The stats are heavily in your favour if you score the first goal. And that's saying that I think all sides, when you're playing against anyone in the division, that's saying that is fundamental. We speak about getting the first corner, first shot off, first free kick. Yeah, it's an emphasis of ours and the boys have taken that on board. And like you say, I think the last 2-3 games we have come out of the blocks and that's been a pleasing factor for the staff and for the players because it is something that we have addressed.
Yeah, and then moving on to Dagenham. Dagenham had a game on Saturday, lost 2-0 to Halifax. I'm just wondering, have you watched much of them this season? What are you expecting?
Obviously, we watch 3 games of the opposition, their last 3 games. So we watch Southend, York and Halifax. I'm very close with the manager, very, very close. And he's going through a bit of a sticky patch at the minute with injuries. We got hit quite harshly and we're coming out the back end of that. But yeah, they had another 2 on Saturday in McCallum and Ling, and expected thigh injury with McCallum, 3-4 months. And you're looking at Sam Ling with a potential broken foot. Yeah, it doesn't get any easier for him. He's gone from a 3-5-2 to a 4-3-3 to suit his personnel. They brought in Tyreek Johnson from Woking to aid Paul McCallum because he crosses the ball with menace, and then they go and lose Paul McCallum. They're a good outfit still. We've got Sagaf centre of the park, Robinson and Rance. They got Hare, who I really like, from Eastleigh at right back. Honorazy, Phipps at 2 centre halves. They can roll in and out of 2 shapes. They possess a lot of threats. But I keep saying it, and you're going to get bored of me, mate. It's about what we do and how we control what we can control. And we go there full of confidence. Off the back of a very positive performance on Saturday, we trained today. And that's something that last year we weren't really doing. We were coming back. We were having a second-day recovery. We've got a nucleus now with a better age group. And you see that in our midfield unit alone. You look at Denon 25, Cameron Cox young, Brunty young, Broady young, Payne the oldest one out of all of them at 30, 31. But yeah, so we're in a better place. Saturday, Tuesdays for us are not as damning as they used to be. And going back to your question, we go there, they're a tough side. They had 1 loss in 7 prior to Saturday. So we need to ensure that we're right at it to get a result come 10 p.m. tomorrow evening.
Yeah, you've just touched on recovery there. So the squad, it sounds like, has recovered okay. Is there any more injury updates with players returning into the squad?
Leanne Love will be in the squad tomorrow night. Available for selection of a 16-man squad. I'll have a look at it. I'll speak to the management team what that looks like in terms of does he come back into the 16, but he's available for selection. So I look at him coming back in. I also have Jamal Fifield trained today. He started off with the group in terms of the warm-up and the passing patterns. So we think a week to 10 days he will be. And obviously the longer-term boys are Erico, Connor Stevens and Dion Kelly-Evans. And we need to support them back to recovery. Probably Erico out of them 3 is the closest to returning, and that's probably 4 to 6 weeks away. Dion is needing of a operation. So that's something that's in the pipeline, and Connor Stevens went under the knife as of Thursday. So, yeah, we are at a 18-man squad, 17 if you discount Jamal currently, but 17 of good quality, and that's something that I think has been a massive plus for us this year, that we have gone and recruited, we have gone and put bodies in the building to ensure that, touch wood, God forbid we was ever to go through this again. And at one stage we had 8 players out, and a squad of 21, that's normally ruins you or hits you harsh. But for us, we rode our luck. We got out the back of that with 2 big wins against Woolstone in the league and then in the cup. And then now I'm going to have to leave someone out on Tuesday evening, and that's not an easy conversation I'm going to have prior to the game.
Yeah, well, you've just touched on it there. We're coming into one of the busiest periods of the season. Having a big squad and players returning, does that make your job a bit harder? But also, how important are those fringe players going to be for this busy period?
It is. Listen, Pep Guardiola touches on it. If you have easy conversations when you're dropping people out, you're not human. And I think that I am human. I'm in touch with my sensitive side, and I feel that these conversations are tough. They are hard. It's the worst part of the job by a country mile. But I'd rather be in this position as opposed to trying to find personnel or not being able to fill a bench, because I genuinely believe that if you're going to be successful, you need a squad to be competitive, to ensure that personnel's performances are of a level. And I think that we are at that stage, and hopefully in the next week we'll be at a strong 18. So there'll be 2 back in the stand, and that's something that we were at the start of the season. And we've now gone and added a Bruno, a Georgie Broadbent, these lads, Cameron Cox, in recent weeks. And this is only going to aid us. Like you say, we are going through a period now where we were originally going to do a back-to-back on a Saturday, Tuesday, but thankfully we've moved the Oldham game in prep for the FA Cup game. But it's going to come thick and fast, and we're going to need all the bodies in the building fit and firing.